that when you are buying land home, you know what you are getting into. And by understanding these things, then you can avoid the pitfalls of being conned because you have the information. That's why I started by saying I would tackle it from lack of information, lack of understanding, and rushing into deals that eventually land them into trouble. Use professionals as well. So many of us, because you've made some money in Seattle, some money in New Jersey, you're rushing to quickly buy property, but get professionals like surveyors or lawyers who will take you through. Spend some money, yes, getting the right people, but again, do your due diligence, because there are those who will challenge me and say they've used professionals, yes, but the very professionals are corrupt and can lead them into bad things. Do your due diligence, look at someone's track record, like if it's Alex Chamwada, I'm giving an example, I've been in media, content creation. Look at my track record. Am I someone you can trust?
Please drop a comment below and tell us what city you're tuned in from, and if you want the Daring Abroad crew to visit you because they're in the US. This is your opportunity here to tell us. So please type in the comment section. The number to call is 202-683-4570. Press star 5 to speak. Now, the first one to call maybe might have that chance to ask Alex Chamwada to come and visit their city and be dared while abroad. I can see the first comment already coming in from Afro-Jamaican. Afro-Jamaican, this is a Jamaican who lives in Canada but dreams of living in Kenya. Afro-Jamaican says, I bought my first plot of land in Kenya because of this guy. I have nine and one farm partnership because of daring abroad. This is a Jamaican who lives in Canada and bought a plot of land because of daring abroad. So this is going to be very interesting.
Isn't he then Kenyan?
Yes. Well, you know, like he doesn't have the passport yet. But by spirit...
So we can't say he's Kenyan by virtue of what he owns?
Can he vote? In 2027, can he vote? That is the question.
We can make him a Gen Z.
Yeah. So Stephen JJ is already in the building. I can see David Gates, Wairimu is in the building. Karibu Sana. Tabitha Njeri is in the building. Karibu Sana, Tabitha Njeri. Tell us whether you're going to be investing at home. Brenda BK all the way from Houston. So Dr. Gates, Georgia. Tabitha, Houston, Texas. Brenda BK, Houston, Texas. Stephen JJ, Houston, Texas. And of course, Afro-Jamaican, Toronto, Canada. So want to know, please type in the comments. Tell us where you're tuned in. You're going to find out if Alex Chamwada is going to be coming to a city near you. So please tell us where you're tuned in from so that we can get going. Now, we are going to get started right away because we have a packed show tonight. Tonight we're going to dive into one of the most debated questions across the Kenyan diaspora. This is investing back home. Is it worth it or just another heartbreak waiting to happen? For years, diasporans have sent millions back to Kenya, yet too many have ended up swindled by rogue investors, frustrated by government red tape, or simply left in the dark. The result? A growing sense of mistrust and a growing pile of dreams deferred. But as Kenya's economy tries to bounce back and diaspora influence grows louder, new opportunities are quietly emerging. The question is, who's really ready to take that leap? And what do you need to know first? Now, to help us unpack this is someone who's been at the front line of telling Kenya's global story, and not just telling it, but reframing it. He's an award-winning journalist who left the comfort of mainstream media to chart a daring new path. He's the creator of Daring Abroad series, through which he's chronicled the triumphs, trials, and transformations of Kenyans around the world. But that's not all. He's now stepped into a new role as a convener of investment forums across the U.S., in Texas, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and one upcoming right here around the corner in Washington, D.C. The forums are aimed at connecting diasporans with ethical and high-potential investment opportunities that are rarely told about. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters in the diaspora, tonight we welcome the man behind the lens, the voice behind the stories, Mr. Alex Chamwada. Karibu sana to the One Mic Show. Alex, can you hear us?
Nawasikia vizuri sana. Asante sana Ali. Hiyo intro ni kali sana, imedonjo.
Okay, imekubali, imetoshana na Alex Chamwada mwenyewe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kizungu uko nacho.
Okay. All right. Sawa, Kizungu, Kiswahili, Sheng, zote tunazichanganya changanya hapa.
Launa Sheng.
Yes. So karibu sana.
ngumi ngapi?
So karibu sana. You know, unajua watu wajakaa wakanisikia nikiongea Sheng. You know, people sometimes
Launa
because watu wanaona jina Ali, they forget me. I was raised in raised in Nairobi West.
Kwani Nairobi West wakana Sheng?
Anyway, wacha tutaongea baadaye. Haya. Sawa. So let's get started here before let's go back to Alex Chamwada so we don't get distracted. Maybe Alex, please start by telling us where you currently are and how you feel being on the One Mic show tonight. Alex.
Well, asanteni sana. I'm currently in Jersey City in New Jersey. And we came to the US about 2 weeks ago. So we've been meeting Kenyans here and there. We began with Houston last weekend. So this weekend we are meeting Kenyans in New Jersey and the neighboring states. I believe some will come from Delaware and Connecticut. So we have an investment forum coming up tomorrow. But really the purpose is networking and to meet Kenyans and to get a feel of America again, you know. Tena nimetoroka baridi kidogo. Nairobi sasa ni winter imefika huku sasa mkona joto poa sana. So we are here to meet Kenyans to discuss investment and we'll be going to other cities after New Jersey.
Okay, asante sana, Alex. And I can see Greg Hazlett is tuned in. Anasema on the line. I don't know whether it's on the phone line. Ama is tuning in. Karibu sana, Greg Hazlett. Washeke Ndirangu says, hi, tuning in from Narok after launching the Wildebeest Migration. My goodness. Washeke has launched the Wildebeest Migration. And then Greg is saying DMV and Boston. So I don't know whether Greg will be attending both events in DMV and the one in Boston. We're going to be talking about those shortly. And then I have Ian with an N with an apostrophe. I don't know your N inamaanisha nini. Ian maybe utatuambia. And then Ian anasema tuned in from Kenya. He's the most inspiring man in Kenya. He speaks inspiration. He smells inspiration. He is the true definition of the man who truly dared to dream. We all listen when he talks. Big up Alex Chamwada, OGWMBS. By the way, these initials OGWMBS, they look so nice. I don't know exactly what they mean, but can I use them? Maybe tell us so that I can figure out if I can also attach them to my name. Alex.
These are presidential awards. So OGW in full is Order of the Grand Warrior. And MBS is Moran of the Order of the Burning Spear. So these awards are normally given every year, I think around December, awarded by the president to honor people who have served the nation in one way or another in various capacities. So I was honored for my contribution in journalism and just going out of my way to inspire people through journalism. It's given to people who have stepped out of their comfort zone or who have contributed to a nation in one way or another. It could be a farmer who's done a great thing supporting the nation. It could be a diplomat. It could be you. So OGW, I was awarded by the late President Mwai Kibaki in 2010, and MBS, Moran of the Burning Spear, I was awarded by President retired Uhuru Kenyatta in the year 2021. You'll find people in the military, people in leadership, MPs, senators being awarded. So it's ranked differently. I think the highest is CBS. Just I'll reconfirm later. So it's in order. So I'm closer to the highest when I got MBS, Moran of the Burning Spear. And just to mention, I really want to thank the gentleman in Canada who said he bought land because of my show, Daring Abroad. Again, that tells it, the impact of this Daring Abroad manenos that I'm doing, showcasing what is back home, and that is contributing to remittances. So remittance inflows in Kenya also goes by what we are influencing people to do back home through our content creation. And thank you so much. And maybe, Ali, feel free to share my contact for those who may want to contact me. You have my cell phone number there.
Yes.
I'm available. Thank you.
Yes, we're going to be sharing your contacts. We're also going to be adding the link to those who want to attend these events at chamsmedia.com. There's a link, there's a tab there for those who want to attend all these investment forums. We're going to share that in the comment section. And of course, we're also going to share Alex Chamwada, OGW. MBS. I love those. I wanted to use them, but now after you described that, I was like, I think I might be, if I decide to use them, there's a chance that I might get abducted if I go to Kenya. So I have opted not to. I've opted not. Order of Grand Warrior and Moran of the Burning Spear. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Yes, Mika, you had something that you wanted to add.
No. I wanted to add a little fun fact about that Moran of the Burning Spear one.
Yes.
You know, so many people don't know. Do you guys know somebody called Winston Rodney?
Winston Rodney.
Yeah, he's a Jamaican. A very famous Jamaican.
Yeah. Okay.
Got into reggae music in 1969. That's when he bado anapiga reggae.
Ah, okay.
Yes.
Is he the
So
one who's
Winston
called Burning
Rodney
Spear?
so the reason why he called himself the Burning Spear is because the late Kenyatta gave him that MBS award.
Wow.
The Moran
okay.
of the Burning Spear. So ndo akabadilisha jina yake akajiita Burning Spear, hivyo ndio jina. Sasa ndo akajiita hiyo nini.
Wow.
That's something most people don't know.
I thought it was just a coincidence. I had no idea. But these are games being dropped.
That's why I ask if that was from Kenyatta, because actually some people they refer Kenyatta as Burning Spear.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Actually Kenyatta is referred by Rastafarians as the original Burning Spear.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Sawa. Now, the number to call is 202-683-4570. Press star 5 to speak. Afro-Jamaican bought land in Kenya based on listening to one of the Daring Abroad.
He bought 9 plots.
Yes, he has now 9 and now he has a farm. So Afro-Jamaican, you need to call. The number to call is 202-683-4570. Press star 5 to speak. Now, but before we go there, and rather before now we get to the rest of the panel here, walikuwa shaingia tayari, but Alex, I want you to tell us, after years of covering diaspora stories and now hosting investment forums across several cities in the US, what's the one thing you think most diasporans still misunderstand about investing back home? Alex?
I wouldn't term it misunderstanding. I would term it really being unable to get the right information.
Okay.
Yeah. But once you have the right information, then they're able to effectively invest back home. So when I say the right information, for example, let me tell you, when it comes to land and the property, there are some changes that have happened in Kenya that maybe they need to understand. So experts will tell you that you need to have an Ardhisasa account. So Ardhisasa account is a bit technical, but experts can, professionals take you through to have an account of Ardhisasa, which means while you are here, you can track the process of purchasing a property back home and just tracking the title. And then there are things called sectional titles now that when you bought a flat in Kenya, you would get into what they called mother title. But now there have been changes where and then you can own yours. I'm trying to demystify, not because I'm the expert, but from what I hear from the experts we interview. That's why we are here, so that we can have experts explain to Kenyans living here. For example, in our forum tomorrow, we'll have George Fundi, who is the vice chair of the Association of Real Estate Stakeholders in Kenya. Being an association, they've gone through, being understanding what diaspora want to know about the property real estate in Kenya and the misconception. So he's here to help educate people so that when you are buying land home, you know what you are getting into. And by understanding these things, then you can avoid the pitfalls of being conned because you have the information. That's why I started by saying I would tackle it from lack of information, lack of understanding, and rushing into deals that eventually land them into trouble. That you will eventually need to know that the agents you deal with must be a registered agent. So George Fundi will be educating us on that. And the idea is use professionals as well. So many of us, because you've made some money in Seattle, some money in New Jersey, you rushing to quickly buy property, but get professionals like surveyors or lawyers who will take you through. Spend some money, yes, getting the right people, but again, do your due diligence, because there are those who will challenge me and say they've used professionals, yes, but the very professionals are corrupt and can lead them into bad things. Do your due diligence, look at someone's track record. Like if it's Alex Chamwada, I'm giving an example. I've been in media content creation. Look at my track record. Am I someone you can trust? So that's how I would like to tackle your question, information, and by just using the example of real estate. So once the diaspora have the right information, then they would have no fear and they will know how to go about investing back home. I don't know if I've answered your question.
Answered it very well, and we're going to dwell into that a bit more in detail. And I want to remind the listeners that we have Alex Chamwada on air. Number to call is 202-683-4570. Press star 5 to speak. He's going to be hosting investment forums. Already been in Texas, in Houston, Texas. Currently in New Jersey this weekend. It's happening this weekend. Then he's going to be coming to Massachusetts. It's going to be Worcester, Massachusetts. I think that's going to be on the 2nd of August. And then Washington, D.C. is the 9th of August. Greg Hazlett was asking about those dates. And we're going to post the links, charmsmedia.com. You want to go there and you will find a link to where you can get your tickets, purchase them, and be ready before they sell out. I can also see Akinyi Adoyo is tuned in all the way from Texas. What Texas, man? Texas is always in the building. We want other people to call, but want other people to tune in. Other states, Mkoapi, Massachusetts, Iowa, Alabama. Where are you? Greg here is saying, has a very interesting point he's bringing up. He's saying putting investments in the ground is very different than return on investments. And return on investment is one of our favorite topics here. Again, the number to call is 202-683-4570. Press star 5 to speak. Let me know if we have, we already have a caller?
Yes,
Yeah,
we have a
today
caller.
they're
Oh my
early.
goodness, they're coming
Today
in
they're early.
early. They're coming in. It's Alex Chamwada in the building. OGW, MBS. Caller, welcome to the One Mic Show. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Afro-Jamaican, Toronto, Canada.
All right, talk to us, Afro-Jamaican. 9 pieces of land, 1 farm, all because of Alex Chamwada. Talk to us, Afro-Jamaican.
And he's about to buy 3 more.
Yeah.
Well, I saw him being interviewed on Woody Meyer, and then I started to follow him. And then I
Okay.
realized, I did some research, and I'm like, this guy's a real journalist. Then I saw him advertising for AMG Realtors, and I saw the piece of land, and it was looking over near Mount Longonot. And I said, I wonder if I can buy land in Kenya. And I called the company, and I was able to get the first piece, and then a second piece, and a third piece. Now I'm up to number 9. I've also partnered with a family in Kisii. We have a 7-acre farm. I'm funding it to about 400,000 shillings. We have 200 chickens. We have 9 goats.
Wow.
We fenced the property. I have my own property in Boalala that I just fenced. We're getting 300 chickens. I hired a couple local people. And listen, man, Alex, you have started me on a trajectory that I didn't expect. So I just wanted to say thank you. I did a video on my YouTube channel and I tagged you on it. I don't know if you saw it, but thank you. I discovered Kenya through you. Discovered a decent land company through you, and I haven't had any issues.
What?
That being said, I have Jamaicans who have been burnt really badly by other companies in Kenya, trying to buy houses and so on. So
Okay.
I guess I was lucky.
Yeah. So I want Alex Chamwada to come in and just, maybe just react to what Afro-Jamaican has said, because this is profound. These are the kind of experiences we like curating, like nobody else can. So Alex, maybe just react to what Afro-Jamaican just said.
Well, first, I'm humbled, and I really want to thank him for, coming in to give that information and to share his testimonial that he was able to invest in Kenya because of our show. I don't know him, he doesn't know me, but he watched me on Odemaya show and believed in me. So what I would want to say, that shows you do your due diligence, you do your research, you'll get the right investment in Kenya. He's not a Kenyan. And the other thing is this gives credence to what we've been hearing, that Kenya is wide open, and the non-Kenyans who are investing in Kenya that I've been hearing, but now I can see it's real. I've been hearing that there are Afro-Americans who are investing back home, Black Americans investing back home, and in Africa, I mean, and Kenya is one of their prime destinations. So I've been looking for someone to feature who is an Afro-American or Jamaican. That's a good example. So I'm ready to feature you also, because I would want to continue this Daring Abroad mission, not only to Kenyans, but also friends of Kenyans and non-Kenyans who believe in Kenya. And this is confidence in Kenya. So I feel proud and patriotic about Kenya. It means if we do well, if we put our systems in place, if we put out there the right word, brand Kenya is strong and people believe in us. So aren't we not feeling great? Yes, I'm among those Kenyans feeling great. And I would like to get your contact to also feature you. Maybe we should meet in Kenya at some point, and I travel. Maybe we should meet in Canada at some point. So thank you so much. I'm humbled to hear that.
All right, Afro-Jamaican, I'm going to give you the last word. We've made that connection right here on the One Mic Show. Afro-Jamaican, maybe you might just give us that little brown envelope on the side. But anyway, Afro-Jamaican. Afro-Jamaican. Yeah, you know,
no facilitation fees here.
No solicitation fee. Not solicitation, facilitation.
I'll be in Kenya in September, so if you're around, definitely we can definitely meet up. It would be my absolute pleasure to do so. But yes, Kenya is speaking as an expat. Kenya is on the radar very much. There's some challenges with immigration to move there. It's easy to visit or to be a digital nomad, but if you really want to invest in Kenya and do business there, it is still a challenge. So that's something that needs to be probably addressed. But even with all the challenges, people are still trying to get into Kenya. So definitely something is happening over there.
All right. Thank you so much, Afro-Jamaican. And again, the number to call is 202-683-4570.
You are the last party in the conference.
Press *5 to speak. You're tuned into the One Mic Show. Again, 202-683-4570. Press *5 to speak. I want to come to the studio panel a bit. We've been having these discussions. I'm going to start with you, Mosh, before I go to Mika. We've been having these discussions around investing in Kenya versus just keeping your money here in the diaspora. Unawacha ikue pole pole. We've been having this discussion for ages, for a very long time. I think for as long as we've had this platform, we've been having this conversation. And maybe, Ombo, starting with you, what is one or two burning issues that you expect to be addressed later tonight by Alex Chamwada, DJ Mosh Fire?
For me, because he's talking investments, I would venture to say that if there's, and I don't know if he has it, but maybe funding, as well as the actual investments, and something he touched on, working with professionals. Does he have those sorts of professionals lined up, other than the gentleman who he said is part of the organization of, I think, realtors or something like that.
Okay.
So are there professionals? Like, does he have realtors lined up? Does he have banks lined up? Or he's just giving us information, and then sasa ukishapata hizo information, then you just unachambua, you take your karatasi brand and you start, crossing out with the red biro to see which ones work.
Kilometric.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to let Alex react to that briefly before we go to Mika. And then again, I think there's some people who are trying to contribute. If you want to contribute, the number to call is 202-683-4570. Press *5 to speak. We cannot have contributions via Zoom. If you want to make a contribution, please call in 202-683-4570. Press *5 to speak. And we also are live on YouTube. We are also live on Facebook. But Alex, back to you.
Great. First of all, our forums are pegged on dialogue. It's not just exhibitions or people lecturing participants. It is dialogue. It's people networking, talking to each other. So in each city, for example, tomorrow in New Jersey, we'll have experts, even local experts or community leaders who understand certain subjects. For example, legal aspects of doing business and trying to understand what I need to know if I'm investing in USA. There could be different legal requirements as compared to investing in Kenya or in Africa if I'm doing cross-border trade and things like that. So understanding issues that will give you information so that you are competent, or rather you are confident to invest, because without information, then you'll be grappling around. Apart from legal aspects of business, we have people educating us on tax issues, internal or in Kenya, or cross-border tax issues. We have people, experts educating us on insurance, insuring your business. And these forums are not just about hard trade, because as we discuss business, there is welfare, and you will save, or you'll be a better investor in future because you are probably in a sound mind. You're able to save, or you have insured properly. So it's an ecosystem. It's not a marketplace of pick, like a cup, a spoon. It's a marketplace of ideas and people exchanging ideas. And then we are lucky to have Kenya Embassy supporting us. In Houston, we had the Kenya's Consul General in Los Angeles, Ambassador Ezra Chiloba, addressing the participants and giving them ideas on how to organize diaspora capital. What do I mean? How maybe to come up as a group and invest in infrastructure back home through what is known as PPPs. You see, we have real estate. So real estate, we have them here. For example, we have Centum Real Estate, which is listed. It is listed. It's a big company. It's one of the huge realtors in Kenya. It's publicly listed. So they will be educating people. They'll not just be telling you, come buy. They are telling you, so you want a mortgage. How can you get it? So they collaborate with banks. They'll list the banks they collaborate with. They'll tell you what you need to know, interest rates, managing your loans. And then there is something called Kenya Mortgage Refinance Company, KMRC, whose rates are also publicly known. And so the realtors will be educating you on all those array of issues, so that as you seek to invest in land or in a property or in an apartment in Kenya, you have the right information. You'll be surprised. We have untapped areas like investing in Kenya's national parks. KWS has offered opportunity to diaspora that you can come up as a group. You lease land, they facilitate you to lease land, even you or Mosh, Ali, and your team there to say, we want to invest in Savo. So those are some of the new opportunities. So some are with the partners physically presenting and explaining. Others are by videos, because we've interviewed them, those who are unable to come here. So in 3, 4, 5 minutes, you're able to listen to a partner from Kenya who is advising you. Homa Bay County is hosting the National Devolution Conference this August from 11th to 15th. We have a video from the governor of Homa Bay County, Madam Gladys Wanga, explaining the value of devolution, why the opportunities that will come with the devolution conference in Homa Bay, and so on, and just how has devolution changed Kenya, the opportunities in counties. We also have a video from Governor Irungu Kangata, from Governor of Muranga, and Bungoma Governor Kenneth Lusaka. So some are by physical presence, others are by video presentation, and people have an opportunity to ask questions. So it's a dialogue. That's the format of our forums, and we are discussing beyond remittances. So beyond remittances is not just, we are veering off from, or rather we are educating people. We've been sending money for social welfare, for school fees, for medical issues. But beyond that, just sending money, what can you do? as a group, for example, you can come together and decide you want to do ABCD together. That's the format of our discussions, if I will.
Okay, all right. Asante sana, Alex. Now, before we go to Mika, of course, these forums I have already started. The first one was on the 19th, Saturday the 19th, in Houston, Texas. The second one is happening tomorrow in New Jersey. And then another one is coming up in Worcester, Massachusetts on the 2nd of August. And the next one is going to be in Washington, D.C. on the 9th of August. All this information is on chamsmedia.com. Anyone in your team, Chams, if they're tuned in, please tell them to feel free to go to the YouTube stream, to come onto the Facebook stream. Type it up there, type the dates, put the links so that anyone who wants to join, I can see Greg Hazlett here is very interested and might be attending one of those. And I can also see Rosie is tuned in from Massachusetts in the house. So there's someone from Massachusetts who's in the building. Maybe she'll be attending. And then Greg says NIBAN, Nairobi Business Angel Network, is a group funding VC investment. Very, very interesting. We are going to come into this, and this is what we're talking about. These are the bits and pieces of information that you can only find on the One Mic Show. We know you all know about Mafroti, Maguta. All of you know about those, but there's so many other interesting opportunities out there that few people know about out here in the diaspora, and that's why we're here today. I did not know that you could own a piece of the national park. I don't know whether if you own a piece of the national park, unapata na kandovu pale kando, na katwiga pale kando. I'm not sure, but I know you can. Maybe Alex will tell us a bit later what it means to own a part of the national park, because I know these national parks generate revenue. So, are you entitled to part of that revenue, or what exactly does it mean? We're going to be talking about all this in detail, and of course, if you're going to get this in deeper detail, you have to go to chamsmedia.com and get a ticket to one of those investment forums. We're going to come to Mika Och. Mika, these discussions... Yeah, okay, sawa. Alex and then Mika.
I've shared my contact there, plus if the Jamaican is still in house also, I was just reminding that he could share his contact, then we can...
Okay, where did you share it? In the comments, or you've on YouTube or on Facebook? On the chat. Okay, so then someone, Omosh, you can pick it out from the chat, and then you can post it on the comments here. We can pin it so that everybody will be able to see it and contact Alex Chamwada. OGW.
And also to mention, the forum in New Jersey will take place at Crown Plaza Hotel, that is at Liberty International Airport, Newark. I think many people are familiar with that. Crown Plaza Hotel near Liberty International Airport in Newark.
Okay, so anybody, in the Newark, New Jersey, proximity to Delaware, proximity to Pennsylvania, proximity to New Yorkers can go there. And even people who wanna, do a bit of driving from the DMV, you can still drive down there. So quite a number of people can get access to that.